Won't be as funny.
It won't be.
Hit record as well, please.
And should we introduce ourselves again?
I don't know all your names.
No.
Yes, sir.
Well, we're gonna learn that.
Is this a thing?
You can say nice to meet you.
So who's the host?
Is it?
Actually, I think
You're not recording though.
I'm not yet. Have you started recording?
Yeah.
All right.
But now, then I gotta clap to sync them up. Eh. Okay.
We got some big mosquitoes here. Yeah?
Start.
Alright, so, guys, welcome to episode 2 of WompRantz. We're still working on the name and the logo. We've got a new guest today. Sarah.
Hello.
Still joining us is Jan, Zayed, Sujay, and Zayn. That's me.
I think the break is called.
Is the extra Z.
you got an extra Z.
The extra Z.
He's got all the Zs.
4 Zs. Specifically.
Today we've also got all our pop vinyl, or some of our pop vinyl, standing up and enjoying themselves. And we're going to unbox a few boxes just to keep things flowing and have things to talk about. So, first up, Archie Comics.
Oh, I haven't seen these in ages.
Thoughts? Daddy of Veronica.
Do you guys watch Archie?
As in,
definitely
I
watch
Archie.
I thought this was a
What's
not
Archie? What's called that show?
Riverdale.
Riverdale.
I refuse to watch Riverdale because this
This
brightness of Archie.
Would anyone actually pick Betty over Veronica?
Yes, I would pick
yeah.
Betty every single time.
I pick
okay.
Veronica.
Veronica every time.
No way. No way.
There's this God, was it Ben?
I would never pick
There's a
Archie.
book. He's a douche.
Yeah, I don't know why
It's
they're
Jughead,
friends.
man. Jughead.
Yeah, Jughead for sure.
Yeah, there's a book called A Criminal Last of the Innocent, and it's like a parody of Archie. That's really dark. It's where I think Archie got married to Veronica, kills her, and then he's like kind of to cover up the fact that he killed her. It's pretty messed
Okay,
up.
what?
No,
I think that's
Archie
what.
kills Veronica.
But I think that's what Riverdale is about because it's a whole kind of dark murder mystery thing at the start, I think, and it feels like the OC just with the names of Archie
I
characters.
did love those.
No, I didn't watch
The
it.
music was so good.
Unfortunately, I watched the OC.
But the problem is Rachel Wilson again. Like, what was the main thing?
I stopped watching OC after.
The one show that was really white.
Seth.
The main chick. Yeah.
There was Summer and
I
Marissa.
think she was really
Marissa.
boring.
But she was
Damn, I hated her.
No one likes Marissa, but it was always about Seth and Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth was.
What do you know about the OC?
I remember watching the OC with her.
Why?
Also, the opening song was good.
Why?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
It's really good.
I have it on my phone somewhere.
Are you good? Are you gonna start again?
California.
Yeah, that's I have it on my phone.
Keep going. Alright, so next up, what do we got? We got some Batman collectibles.
It's
Real
not,
smooth.
I'm rolling on the floor.
it's not the Adam West version.
Oh Jesus, what is this?
Who cares
Why
about the
is
Adam?
it so scary?
As long as it's
He's
Batman, it's
Batman.
gonna be na.
He's not meant to look like Bugs Bunny.
Supposed to look that scary.
Yes, he does. I don't know
He's
why
from the
he's
alternative universe one.
But he doesn't look scary. He just looks like sad.
It looks like
The
he's
ball-
The camera is trolling me.
Holding in
There's a ball in front of
There
you.
we
Yeah,
go.
like literally smack my face.
Actually looks like he's
Like the
holding
camera is just trolling me
Unless
today.
you have to move it
Not
that
make
way.
it.
Poor guy, he just needs it.
And his utility belt does not have that quick.
There we go. I think we're good now.
You sure?
Yeah. Professional
Yeah,
content.
that was-
That does not look like Superman.
Well, no one looks like Superman because we don't have one
But
right
is this another black and white version?
He looks like Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Christopher Reeve was
now. No,
really
he hasn't. This is the thing.
Oh,
It's
where-
still
where's
speculation.
the-
It's still kind of.
Everyone's just blown out.
I am sorry, sir, that you were brown, but it is
His
black and
Instagram,
brown.
though. Henry Cavill's Instagram is amazing.
Henry Cavill's Instagram is fantastic.
The thing, yeah.
Today, I saw
The
you
dog
like
thing.
Did you see the dog
Yeah, I
thing?
saw the
Yeah, I
dog
saw
thing.
that.
Oh my God.
Wow. You are awesome.
Okay,
It's white.
but if I'm completely honest, Henry Cavill is The Witcher. I'm still not sold. Even though they did that,
Yeah, like
they
I
did that
saw
test.
it.
They did that test thing, yeah.
He needs
No, he needs scars. He needs a beard.
It's not even that.
To be fair, initially I was like, no way in hell, and then I thought about it. I was like, okay, he needs scars and he needs the voice. Like if he gets the voice down,
yeah, the voice is key.
the voice, but he shows the voice. The voice is generic, right?
Yeah, I'm
but-
sorry, but I feel like
needs to
Henry
get that.
Cavill is a bit too handsome for that role.
No, whoa,
He's pretty handsome.
Geralt
Yeah,
is
very,
pretty
very
good.
handsome.
He's a good
Yes, but he's
But he's
too
not man.
handsome
He's not.
for
He's
that
not.
I can
role.
tell
but
about
he's
him.
not macho enough.
You can talk about it the
I
whole.
can talk about Henry
No,
Cavill.
but
That brings us
it's
on to the
fine.
watching coloring book.
But it's
Geralt
not.
is more macho.
Ah,
I don't even know what
I want
Wait,
I'm just
do we
talking
have
about Henry
do we
Cavil.
have any of the things for the Witcher?
No, we just
Here's the Witcher.
sold it
How
last week.
much is this?
You want the Witcher coloring book?
Oh yeah, the Witcher comic book.
Wait, is
Show
that a
show
coloring
it
book for The
Yeah,
Witcher?
it's the Witcher. It's amazing. It was on the top of the pile. It was
Wow.
Henry Cavil.
Oh,
I feel like you set that up.
It's like an RPG.
I didn't. I wish I had.
The world is super dark.
Oh, I've seen
Let's get the rest of these Archies up, because apparently that's all I've got in this place.
Why did you just have
Set up
Archie
bullet
comics?
You know, they're still popular,
But,
man.
yeah, the Monster
Like,
Hunters that are getting you.
literally right now, one of my
Yeah.
staff is going to call one of my
Witches,
customers who comes in and buys
Is it a
them.
book or a comic?
What? But then
Archies.
it's also a video game.
Okay, nice.
It's most.
There's this book that
one of the
Image
most
did
video games.
called Marigolds.
Sup, okay?
And it is by the artist who did the Archie books.
Okay.
And it is twisted as hell. It's really good.
So I can find something.
So the costume choices are not the best, but I'll give them
I'm
a
talking
chance.
about Marigold.
I'm talking about yeah, The Witcher, the costume choices.
Yeah.
are not the best. But
It's a comic
also,
romp.
like I said, also the yellow
romp.
role.
It's a romp. What
What
did
about the rest?
Yeah, but she looks
That
really
makes
young.
it so weird.
And I've always like, especially with
Romp.
video games, pictured her to be much.
But then again, we're called WompRantz.
It's not much older. Like
Yeah.
in,
WompRantz.
Yeah.
she's mature.
She looks 30s.
Who's this?
Yennefer, whoever they've cast.
I don't know, but the person they've cast as Ciri is like the girl who played the younger version of Minerva in Into the Badlands, and she seems really, really, really young.
No, but that's what Sue was at the beginning. She was young.
That's fine, but most people won't have read the books and whatever, they'll know it from the video game, where she's kind of, she seems kind of at least 14, 15.
No,
This kid
that's
seems
you're
like
thinking, at the beginning of the Witcher, she's just a young kid.
Yeah, she's like
She's like an
6,
8,
7.
Yeah, she's like an 8-year-old.
They did say it's going to be like a prequel to the...
To the game. From the screen test. that
Yeah, like
they
when,
did.
when they
He looked pretty early on.
I still think they need to mangle him a little bit, like put him back
See,
in
that's
him a little
see,
bit.
like if you play The Witcher 1, he's not as mangled as he is in Witcher 3.
What's in the mystery
It's
box?
come in its own special box. So I don't even,
I'll be honest,
I don't even know what this is.
When I read the books and I found out why he was called the Butcher of Advocate, it was phenomenal. Like I finally knew stuff that
Ooh. That is The Killing Joke,
nice.
the 30th anniversary Absolute Edition. What?
That is beautiful.
What?
Did you guys like the animation?
I did. I didn't like what they did with the beginning.
Yeah. And I felt like it was stretched out.
Yeah, well, the Killing Joke is actually a really, really small.
Yeah, so I'm like the
episode.
whole movie just took forever. It's like, oh gosh.
I think people were mad about the background.
That love thing, right? Yeah, it didn't make a ton of sense because it paints Batman as a little bit of a kind of, well, he's taking advantage of that, because that was Barbara. Like he met her when she was
Little.
Yeah.
well, it's a little
So
trippy.
you mean like Batman?
Like Padme.
Like Batman.
That is a galaxy far, far away where the laws on all things relationship-y are completely different.
Yeah,
Sure,
must be
man.
absolutely.
Sure, man.
Guy is hot.
What?
He looks like a
Guys,
Thor.
this is why it's so
Doesn't he
nice
look like
having a
Thor?
girl on this panel right
Right?
now.
Yes, he is. He's that classic.
Because I know that Jan and Zai wanted to say it.
He actually would have made a good movie.
Do you know I'd say it though?
No.
You know I'd say
No, in
it.
terms of look, in terms of the look, in terms of the.
Chris Hemsworth could play anyone.
I think he could-
Like,
No, Chris Hemsworth is always Thor now. Like even when he was in the what's it called, that Snow White, Little Red
You mean
Riding
like
Hood?
goes like
It
goes.
was like, what is Thor doing
The
here?
Huntsman?
The
Yeah.
Huntsman.
Yeah.
He was Thor. Instead of a hammer, he was with an axe.
With an axe.
Exact same
What
thing.
about Ghostbusters when he was in there and you're like,
You know,
Yeah, he was dumb
That was
for.
Yeah.
Dumb Thor.
Let's-
Hemsworth does
Dumb
fit in
Thor.
The Witcher though. Like he could be one of the side characters. Like if Zoltan was like not a dwarf.
Actually, he could because he got the
Like
voice. Like you said.
he's got the he's got that character.
You
as
mean
well.
just like CGI
side
shrink him?
character?
Yeah.
Even Roche.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah, you can introduce that.
him as Roche.
No, not Roche. No, Roche is gonna
Are
be
you guys
like
ready for this?
at least. I feel like he's more like.
Yeah.
Alright, which is- guys,
Sure, but
Hey guys, just
Like, do you know the guy who played in The Mummy? What was the guy who played the?
Brendan Fraser.
No, the guy who played the Arab guy. What's his name?
The marijuana man.
Marijuana Man?
Huh?
Obed Fett.
Ziggy
Boba Fett.
Marley.
Yo,
He would make a great
No,
Roche.
wait, chill.
I
I
don't know
wanna.
if this is culturally. So marijuana man.
Ziggy Marley's marijuana
Depends
man.
on what he's using it for.
See,
Is it medicinal?
If Popeye had spinach through his pipe and got all these
We all know it wasn't spinach.
Well,
I mean, there was no
I think
way
he knew.
he was having spinach.
I have not heard anything about this. Why?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Marijuana man. Okay.
And I can't.
He smokes, he gets high and sips it.
No, maybe I don't know. He looks really badass. Just from the
He
silhouette.
could be a doctor who just goes around.
I don't know why they
Saving
did the
cancer
Iron
patients.
Fist vibes though from
It does
this.
have a look because of the.
I think it's because of the hair thing. 'Cause-
If you know about this, please tell us.
yes, I dig the logo. I want it on a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
It kind of looks like a bird footprint.
I was thinking about some
I
health.
thought it just looks like a maple leaf.
You think it just looks like a maple leaf?
You
Says a lot
Canadian.
about all of us.
Like a green maple leaf.
No,
Yeah, that's called weed.
true.
I hate to break it to you.
That we know nothing about.
We know
The
nothing.
parents
I want to.
Yes. The ignorance is all active, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we still rolling?
I think it's legal in more places than it's illegal now. So.
Yeah, right. Oh wait, how's
no,
the
no,
one
no.
who are legalizing
No,
it in
Just
China?
in
though?
in
Well,
the States.
I don't know
it's
why they're not
not
bothering to
transformation.
legalize it yet because it grows
all
everywhere.
over Africa.
But no,
I
actually think it's because the government doesn't know how to control it. Because
But you can't control it.
but I know our government always wants to have a little something.
Yeah.
So if
Didn't
it's
they try that with
weed,
Mira and then what's happening with that?
yeah, exactly. Because they didn't
course.
have a hand in Mira, but they do have a hand in the export.
Mira's weird though.
Export.
I never had it, but I was on the train to the
Yeah.
coast once,
And drugs.
and there's a guy next to me, and he just kept pulling out these things and started like he was eating them like chicken. He was like eating it off, and I was like, he's leaving the stem in the middle like it was a bone, and he was chewing it the entire 6-hour journey. And at the end of it, because I'd never seen anyone do it, and then at the end of the journey, he goes, "Hey, this thing makes time go fast." And I was like, was that what I think it was like? Oh, you've never had Mira? Like, no. I said, but the way you were going at it,
You're
it was like the
you're a
tastiest
this
thing.
comic type of guy.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
You're
he was
more of
definitely
a-
one of those.
marijuana man.
I think he could fit into Marvel. Very bad.
Mira man. Marijuana man.
Oh, that's heavy. Spider-Man Venom.
That is
Oh.
What
it's
is
a good
this?
impression.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
Oh, I felt
Marvel,
it.
like Spider-Man fans here.
Spider-Man fan, yes. And wait, have we all watched Venom here?
No.
Not yet. We were actually going
What's
to watch
that?
it today.
Yeah, we might go tonight this evening.
Oh wait, y'all haven't watched Venom?
It's
Nah.
really good.
Oh my god, I just
I don't mind spoilers.
Yeah, go for it.
no, I ranted about this. I ranted about this on Geeks a couple of weeks ago, and then I think last week again, cause Jakes went to watch it. I was just like, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a good movie. It is a good movie if you haven't. Wait, finish this. See, if you have not read all
This
this,
is bad.
Just turn that sideways.
Bullying.
to show
Yeah,
how
if
much
you haven't
information-
read
Yeah, you want one of the deals.
all this, all that, if you haven't read
This is nothing.
No, I want them to see how thick it is.
But you. Oh, but they've already seen
okay.
it. They've seen you, so it's.
Listen,
Hey.
that line doesn't work in the clouds and it's not gonna work here.
It's like so thick.
Hey, this is P. Is it PG? I don't even know.
No, it's not
Or
PG.
R-rated.
We
We're-
already established
We're
it's not
fully
PG.
Deadpool.
No, they went
We're
16 for that.
So, Spider-Man vs. Venom. If you haven't read this, or watched this, or went to what's that YouTube show called? The Comic Historian. If you haven't watched 3 hours,
Shout out to Comics Explain, Comic Story.
yes. If you haven't watched like the 3-hour show or special on this, then Venom will be a good movie for you. But if you're a comic book fan and you read all this,
I think you'll still make.
no, I did not like it.
You didn't
I'm like,
That's
because the
why I
whole.
like it, because I didn't do any of that stuff you were saying.
Oh yeah, see, like she liked it because of it. I didn't like it.
I think he
because-
just
You liked it because of
But
Tom
do you
Hardy.
like Eddie Brock Venom, or do you like Flash Thompson Venom?
No,
That's the question.
I like Eddie Brock, but no, here's my biggest problem though.
Well, I think
It's
that-
because
I think from what
Spider-Man
They
is
combined
absent.
the two.
Well, the thing is, from what I've heard is they've taken the whole anti-hero good guy, Agent Venom, vibe.
Yeah.
But they've still kept him looking like and acting like original Venom. So
Original
they
Venom.
gotta pick one.
And then they changed like the whole
I don't
origin
mind
of
that.
Venom. So that's
Wasn't-
like my biggest
But
gripe about it.
But wasn't the biggest problem that it was they said it was going to be an R-rated movie?
Yeah,
And then
no,
they changed it to
they changed it,
PG-13.
right, yeah.
Right at the last second, so all the stuff that you think he's going to do kind of just ends up being
No, it's
Off-screen.
insinuated
Very
like,
light.
light
Venom
light,
eats,
light.
like bites people's heads off. Like,
Well, because
I
he
think
eats
in the
brains.
movie they insinuate that he did that.
Well, in the comics, he feeds off like the.
You'll be safe.
There's a chemical, I don't remember what it's called. It was not.
Oh!
He feeds off it from the brains,
Mhm.
and that's where it started. And then they found out that you can get the same chemical from chocolate.
Because
Venom
brains
was
and chocolate, I
He
tell
still
you,
doesn't know
there's so
that.
much in
Yeah,
chocolate.
Venom was chocolate.
So much in
No,
chocolate.
I don't know about the chocolate, but I know that he still attacks people.
They just there's this issue.
So you saying that Venom is
Deadpool's secret wars.
Well, I could make
Blood
that
test.
argument.
Deadpool does his own secret wars.
Yeah.
So I think it was episode issue 3 or something like that, where they say that Spider-Man wasn't the first.
These are just in your own words.
Spider-Man wasn't the first one that Venom attached to. They imply that they don't imply, they show that it was Deadpool that joined the symbiote first, and because Deadpool's mind was so messed up,
He corrupted.
he corrupted the Venom, and that's
Yeah.
why Venom is so messed up. I don't like that
'Cause-
story.
No, but you know, like what they've revealed is Venom was actually a hero on his planet, and then he got corrupted along the
I
way.
think the point of the symbiote is it takes on the properties of whoever it
properties,
is.
yeah.
Right? It
Right,
just
yeah.
accentuates whatever they're doing.
That,
So just-
is that
Yeah,
true?
aggression.
Yeah, well,
That did not
that's what
come
it
through.
is. Well, that's what it's supposed to be, or at least originally that's what it was. I mean, Spider-Man or Peter
Original.
Parker always had this kind of pent-up aggression, and when the black suit bound to it,
And
Yeah.
dancing.
And then, yeah.
and dancing, oh god, please let's not.
No, it's what do they call it?
You've mentioned that, and he's mentioned the Ghostbusters remake. I don't think those two should ever be mentioned.
No, was
in
it
any
the
conversation.
what was it known as? The dancer was known as what?
The emo
Bad
movie.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Anyway, the reason I don't like the idea that it wanted to Deadpool first is because the look of Venom, just the fact that he even has the Spider-Man kind of
Yeah.
symbol on him, it makes no sense for it to have been someone else
Yeah.
before him.
Yeah.
And he's got the whole web shooters, and he's immune to his spider sense. All these powers kind of
Yeah, but
they
again,
mirror
it's,
Spider-Man.
it's again though different in the animated show and the comics, isn't it?
Is it?
Slightly.
What happens in the animated?
Like
Which
in
one?
the animated show.
Like 94?
So yeah, so like I thought what you were talking about was the animated show, the 90s one,
Yeah,
where because Peter Parker, like that was Spider-Man's
that was
deal,
Yeah.
is he's always stressed with like his personal life and all that stuff is going
I
on.
wonder why.
People don't appreciate Spider-Man. He keeps getting bashed by Jonah and everyone really,
Yeah, poor guy.
and yeah, that's always
He has a
been
hard
Spider-Man's
job
thing.
and
So when he gets this suit that crashes onto Earth, well, like he basically starts acting out, becoming powerful. I think he nearly like pummels the Rhino, and the
think he
Rhino's
does, yeah.
like begging for mercy, and that's not him. And that's when he decides to give the suit up. Meanwhile, Eddie Brock is a co-reporter at the Bugle with Peter, who keeps getting irritated that Peter keeps getting all these cool jobs that he doesn't manage to get, and he's struggling at the time. And, I think he followed Peter Parker to that place, or he happened to be at that church, and so the suit,
Yeah.
the suit falls onto
I think
him.
they got that right
And-
in the third movie, yeah,
yeah.
where it dropped off the bell tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you mean when they had Venom,
Yeah.
it constantly had to peel back to show the actor's face?
Well, I think they did that in this movie as well. Apparently, it's just always Tom Hardy like there.
I don't like that when they do that. Like
I don't
they
Stay
understand
spend so much
Stay
time
character.
like putting
Stay
suits
character.
on, like even Black Panther when they kept like
taking the
taking the mask off.
the
like, to show-
actors need their
Yeah,
face.
the actors they have to be shown.
If you pay for the
right?
actor, you gotta show the actor.
Yeah, and then you pay for
Doesn't make
it.
sense.
No, but then now you see like in all those origins, Spider-Man is always a core. Like he has to be there.
Yeah.
And then now in this one, Spider-Man is not even mentioned. I mean, I don't even think there's a Daily Bugle because he's a TV reporter. He has his own show. Spoilers, by the way. So I'm just like that's the one fact I was just like, yeah, you got that totally wrong. But Tom Hardy as an actor and performing that role ace.
I did not expect that. I really thought he would suck because he's a very serious character. He's very.
I don't know,
Tom
Tom Hardy's
Hardy's
pretty
amazing, but as a comic book character, I was like, I don't think he has a personality. But he did the awkwardness.
Yeah.
And like he's talking to himself. He's like this the whole time.
You should have seen his face when you got that, like, oh my. I think
Tom Hardy's
personally,
Tom Hardy's a pretty awesome actor.
I love him. No, I love him. But imagine the guy from Locke. Did you guys watch Locke?
No.
And I imagine the guy who did Locke, which is literally the whole movie is just him driving. The whole movie is just him driving, and he's so brilliant. And then
Well, for me,
Venom, and you can't really. I couldn't see
for
it.
me, the actor, the same actor who could pull off the character in what was it, the Warrior.
Washington.
Warrior was just phenomenal.
Love that.
Phenomenal.
It's
Dude, you
so
have to watch it.
good.
You have to watch it. It's one of
It's the one
Nick
for
Nolte.
tears, just tears.
Dude, Nick Nolte absolutely destroys that movie. So
I just want to know something from you guys. Carnage or Venom?
Carnage.
Carnage every time.
Carnage. All the time.
Carnage is so much fun.
What's wrong with
Now,
Carnage? Is
what are you
amazing.
talking about?
I hate Carnage.
What you mean?
I hate it.
Yeah.
Cletus Cassidy.
Whoever played
It's
the
not like
PS1
Carnage
game,
with Joker.
the PS1 game? Did you guys ever play
Yeah,
the PS1
PS1
with,
game.
Yeah.
with symbiote
I played
Doc Ock?
Literally
Doc Ock,
all
symbiote.
Spider-Man games that are, except for the
I haven't played the new one yet.
The PS4 one.
Look, I think that one has kind of it rode on its successes. I don't know how good it actually is.
No, but
I think it's the
apparently
fact
it's
that they've copied everything from the Arkham games, the fighting system.
No, the Arkham games.
No,
it's
no.
actually really good.
What you mean that?
Whoa, the Arkham games copied Spider-Man in the first place.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
No,
they did.
no,
Yes,
the
they did.
fighting.
We can go
fighting
back.
is
I
way
will tell you
different.
what.
No, the fighting from the Arkham games literally copied an older version of Spider-Man. Man, guys, stop.
No.
Yes.
You're talking about what the whole counter system. That's been in games forever.
Not just the counter
point
system.
is-
The counter system
the
where you
point
get
is
you
that-
get you.
No, Arkham was the first one that did it right and made it feel real. Like it didn't feel like just a gimmick. It was something that you would have that character do.
Then it's like there are no awkward pauses in between the fights.
Yeah.
Like there's always something going on until you like kill all the
Look
enemies.
at Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man definitely did that though.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Spider-Man was the first one.
The
including
one,
all-
specifically the one you're
Yes,
talking about.
including
Yeah,
the one.
that definitely had it.
No, it was the exact same thing. Including the Spider-Sense which Batman essentially had during Arkham
Yes.
was almost directly copied.
That's fine. But the thing is, the Arkham games are the ones that brought it back and did it
Yeah, they
right.
popularized it.
So they came back and they copied that, which is fine. And you've got to take your cues where they are.
Arkham was really good.
The swinging mechanic in the Spider-Man 2 game was just the best. It made you feel like
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You just felt like
This one,
swinging around.
this new one is apparently
really
better.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in the PS1 game, I would always this made me question so many things. Like, because when you would swing, he's literally shooting his webs into the
Into
sky.
the sky, yeah.
Into the
Yeah.
sky.
Yeah.
Swinging. I'm like, how does this work?
And it's an empty field, so like in the middle of Central Park, you're like, wait, what are we grabbing onto? But they did it so well in the PS4 game. It's like because you literally see him like if you're in Central
The
Park.
swinging physics is really
Yeah, if you're in Central Park, it's not gonna shoot up; it's gonna shoot at the
into
cannon.
the trees.
It's that was amazing.
It's just a very good game.
And then Red Dead Redemption 2 just came out and killed it.
I have not played it yet. I feel like I need to work myself into playing it because I know it's going to be a long.
It's one of those games where you're going to spend like
You're going to spend a long
days.
time in it, which means I want to get through
You know
my
what I mean?
backlog of
No, I
games.
do not play
Yes.
video games.
You know what you
Like,
should
I'm just
do?
gonna
I'm just going to read Marijuana Man right
Yeah.
now.
You know what you should do? Just bring a screen over here with a PS4 and we play as we talk.
No, but people do that, right? They do the live
they
game
do.
show.
I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah.
just
We
need
were
to
talking
make
about
sure.
Divinity.
Talk
By the
and,
way,
play.
for anyone who asked, Divinity 2 is fantastic. If you don't have it, get it. It's brilliant.
Did you do that thing with that chick?
It's like, huh?
The thing with that
Whoa,
chick
dude.
that you were talking about.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about with the thing?
One of the characters.
Freaking around.
No, the thing
I'm
with
so
the chick.
confused at this
There's
point.
one of the companions in Divinity, like
Oh, the demon.
yeah, everyone's god is telling you to kill that companion in your team.
Apparently,
Did you see what happened?
apparently we found out that you beat a guy from the first game,
Uh-huh.
and he can. Apparently,
He claims to
he
be
claims
able
to
to
be able to get rid of.
exercise
So she
that.
claims that he can get rid of the demon in
We
her.
haven't got past it.
So she's got a demon in her.
Yes.
Yes, she
Oh,
seems
yeah,
to
and
know
it's-
she has a demon
And it's
in her.
apparently
Okay.
like a crazy power.
Oh, okay, cool.
You should play it actually. You should stop playing video games.
RPGs are great.
Come in next time. We'll set up a screen.
Yeah, we just set
There's a
up a
lot of
screen,
there's a lot of games
record,
that can-
play.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll play.
talk-
We'll play. Knowledge is power.
No,
It is such a good quiz game, dude.
We can play.
Oh wow.
I think
It's a quick game. You play it on your phone.
It's not Game Grumps, it's Game Riot. We play that. You watch Game Riot?
Many people do it.
Other members.
What? Knowledge is
No, but
power.
I love
Okay,
Game
okay,
Riot.
that's
They play Knowledge is power.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
they
there you go.
play, like if you want ideas for
If we had
games
the game,
to
we'd
play
do
as a group, just watch Game
No,
Riot.
Or
Now can we legally tap Game Riot in our video?
Jackbox has just become free on PS3, so I can bring that in.
Yeah, I have all the first 4.
We got Party Pack 3, I think.
I have the first 4.
Four of them?
Yeah.
Yes,
On my laptop actually right now.
Okay, so we're gonna get Sana back in the conversation.
Yeah.
She hounded me for like a
Floating.
week about the Shuri issue 1 comic.
Which I have now.
Which she Why did you want it so badly?
Because I love Shuri. Shuri's amazing. Like I watched that before her.
Oh, I remember also somebody wanted the Shuri.
That's
It's
on
over,
the side.
it's gone.
That's your mate, right? Mark, whatever.
Mark, yeah.
That's fine. He's preserved for it, don't worry.
Okay.
The rest are gone, man. Like we had copies.
They're gone.
They're gone. It's done. We're getting more in.
I don't
Why?
understand how she runs the entire R&D department by herself.
Shuri from the movie or Shuri from the books?
I like Shuri from the movie.
I don't
It's like,
understand
I'm
how
hoping
someone-
the comic will actually take me through a lot more.
Okay.
And the person who actually did the story, Nettie, is a big fan of
She was
her.
definitely the best character in
For
Black
Shuri
Panther.
from the movie and then
But
Shuri.
her role didn't actually make any sense.
But I wish.
Shuri from the book.
But it also
The
didn't make
comics,
sense.
like
She basically
the original,
had
like, comics
the
or the
entire
book?
Yeah, and
The
the
Bible
original
movie.
comics.
Like it was
In the original
Nobody
comics,
else.
Shuri becomes
No one
She
else.
becomes the ambassador.
I like her from the
Wait,
movie, but the
yeah.
writer who did
What's
the
that
Shuri
deal?
comic right now, Nettie, I'm a really big fan of hers.
Actually,
And I heard this designer called Sam Smith, the guy who did Logic
Sam
album.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Logic album.
Oh, yeah.
Seen, like, so he's the designer of these artists behind it, so he also did helped out with this comic. So I'm like full on.
I was just saying that, like, of all the characters Marvel keeps hanging out, you know, comic book runs to every character that comes up.
You get a show.
Yeah,
You get a movie.
yeah, it's like Oprah's running Marvel right
It's
now.
like,
It's like,
it's like Netflix.
you know what?
Everything is green.
everything is really until it flops.
But it's
Don't let me go back to the whole Marvel.
But we say that, but
Although
you know
I
what
did
it's
finish
like.
Daredevil season 3 and it is the best show
I
on
heard
Netflix right now.
I hear there's not gonna be a season 4.
I think Disney are getting all the rights back
I think
for all
they're
their shows.
They're starting their own
I think they're doing
They're doing their own
that.
channel.
Yeah,
Anyway, back
that's
to
cool.
Shuri. I think she's probably one of the few where giving her own comic is actually justified because, like you said, from the movie, they gave her such a personality that you kind of want to know more about how she grew up, how she started messing with Adamantha, that radiant, and working with all that. I was actually going to say Adamantha.
Yeah.
Me too. No, but he's brought up a point. He's like, how is she the only one running that department?
There's no one else there.
They're still going to keep the Africa angle, right?
No,
Where there's only one smart person.
There's only one smart person in the village.
That's,
Wow.
that's what the Western world
when we
wants to
actually
think, right?
when we actually brought that up, I just thought about. I know. Does anyone know anything about Wakanda? Apart from the fact that it is vibranium. Like,
Right.
there's no development for that. It could be any generic city.
But that's what it is. It is the most generic East African country.
East African village that there
And
is.
with South African accents and with...
Well, no,
South
not
Africa,
really.
Nigeria.
South African, Nigerian, all these accents
Ghanaian.
that switch like
Yeah.
this. This is my biggest problem
Yeah.
with that movie.
They'll-
I don't know what.
Terrible.
I wish Lupita spoke with a Kenyan accent all the way. Like, you know what?
Yeah,
just be
just-
yourself.
But it's also
don't try sound African. You're already
But
African.
why did they make Lupita change her accent?
I don't know.
No.
It's like just speak
They-
normal.
but
Like you're Kenyan.
You're actually
That's the
from
thing,
East
every-
Africa.
Yeah, you're actually from East Africa.
Everyone-
Just speak.
Everyone's accent keeps swapping. Like from even Ethiopian accents, you'll hear
Right?
a few. Like they just keep flip flopping, and it's the most.
It's frustrating.
It's the most. It just pulls you out. Like I'm watching a
To
movie.
be
and
fair,
can't be-
I'd imagine like we noticed that, but I imagine most of the.
Yeah, but this goes back to what we were discussing last week. Because
This was
people
on-
have a
this
problem
was on Trip
with
for Us.
Apu speaking with,
Yeah.
with a generic Indian accent, but you're happy with throwing all these like African accents in just to make it seem African. How is that
I mean,
not the same thing?
Well,
even
but
African
it gets-
actors have to sound more African
Yeah.
than they are.
Oh,
Can we just
have
point
you
out
watched Castlevania yet?
Not yet.
The guy they've made one of the guys African, and his accent throughout his whole run is the same, and he's such a cool character. They've
Is it
taken
like Nigerian?
no,
Because that's like the go-to.
Yeah, it is the go-to African
he
accent.
sounds very doofus.
This is not my son.
Look,
A little bit.
the thing is,
But it's done and it's consistent throughout.
Have you not seen
it's
that?
not just that. If we're talking about like, what is Wakanda described as? It's described as the most advanced nation in the world, most scientific, and yet they fight with spears and shields. And none of that, like, they don't even use the technology half the time. They still charge in, trying to stab people.
I mean, they're using rhinos.
Yeah, and
Well,
weaponize.
I mean, like,
really,
endangered creatures.
It is
let's
not
just
easy
throw them
to
in
shoot
the
with a spear.
Yeah.
No, not for us, but for them.
Oh,
That's,
but- no, but
that's
I
what
mean,
they
the
love.
reason
I think
they
it's more like tradition versus.
Yeah, but I mean,
Technology. They found a good
No, but
mesh.
it's
what
more-
about
that
laser
is-
shooting spears or
That
something?
is one of
more-
the biggest problems I have in
it's
that
more like
movie is they
this.
had this thing of, oh, we're sticking to traditions.
Yeah.
But the moment some outsider came in, laid claim to the throne,
Yeah.
tradition went out the window.
This is
because
is a
But
problem.
is it
I have
not
as
so?
well, yeah.
Is it not so realistic?
No, because then when T'Challa came back,
technically,
the whole fight hadn't actually been completed because by rules it was by death or
By death,
submission,
yeah.
which he had not done either of, and yet they
Kill-
said,
yeah.
"Go, we're following this guy."
Yeah,
and
Killmonger-
tradition went completely out.
Killmonger
the
went
window.
What does
one, you
Wakanda
guys kill
forever
it. They're like,
actually mean?
yeah.
But I think the reason why I say it's
Wakanda
realistic is that's how life is right now. We have all these rules, but as soon as someone comes in and we kind of want to lean towards somewhere, that goes out the window. It's always like, oh, okay, no, we can look past.
I just feel it's more like it's African, so they had to have spears and they had to have seals for it to be African. And that's kind of the thing.
Look, on
Is
top of
that
that, on top of that, they were more interested.
It's stereotype.
On top of that, they were more interested in going to America and helping the kids in Harlem and the
Yeah,
Bronx,
Harlem.
rather than
Right.
Yeah, that was really weird. Why did they end with that? Like I know.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm like,
what about all
I
the
thought
poor
this campaign
people
was about Africa.
What about
all the countries that were colonized.
Forget that.
Right?
No, forget poor people. Forget poor people.
Even devastating communities.
There are wars happening.
That's exactly what I mean.
And all those. Why are they not jumping in
No, but
there?
we
I know,
don't
right?
actually know that they did because when he went to the UN, they actually said that they're opening up the borders to share the knowledge.
To be honest,
Yeah,
They
but
just
then the
showed-
next
they
scene
just
was
showed
in the
it-
next thing
But
was
they
in
showed that.
the
but
real
they-
reason.
But they showed it for Killmonger.
the real
That's why they did it.
the
right?
real reason. No,
The
honor
audiences, we know it. Definitely.
Killmonger's backstory, and as good as he did an acting job, I think his motivations were kind of.
Iffy.
the real reason is
Agenda.
the movie was targeted mainly towards the Western
Yeah, well,
audience,
obviously.
Yeah.
not towards Africa as such.
Well, yeah,
But
nothing's
it's
ever
actually-
targeted to it.
And
but
that's why they went to
That
war.
reminds me of Trevor Noah's book. That's exactly. It was
Born
not
of what?
written.
Born of Rant.
Yeah, it was not for people who live in Africa. It's
So,
explaining
exactly.
In
kiosks
stock now, by the way.
to Americans.
No, but-
I hate that book
But
so
now,
Shameless.
by the way, nowadays it's difficult to know who the audiences are there like, shooting movies for. Because the Chinese audience has become so important.
Yeah.
That, like Transformers was basically all for them.
Well, that's why they moved the
Yeah.
the battles to.
And then you got was it Godzilla?
Samurais
Godzilla
and
was
stuff.
Oh, Godzilla, they just keep doing.
yeah.
Godzilla, they just keep doing.
Then you got the Great Wall. Remember the Great Wall?
I didn't
Oh, that was
understand.
apparently really good.
That was actually a really fun movie.
It was.
That was supposed to be really good.
Dude, they shouted whitewash, they shouted what? Not a single person who shouted those things saw the movie because that movie had nothing to do with realism. It had demons,
It was.
it had gunpowder, it had, that was what they were going
I
for.
haven't even watched
It
it.
was
The
funny in a
whitewash
bad way.
was the gods of Egypt one.
Yeah.
That was
No,
that was
the
the-
people
People shouted,
Think
people
about the wall.
shouted whitewash for the Great Wall, thinking that it was like about the Great Wall. It had nothing to do with
No,
the
no,
actual.
no.
Like it was a fictional thing about demons, and that's why the wall was built to keep the demons out or
Yeah.
whatever. And this guy had come from another country, from the Western world, so obviously Matt Damon was correct. Although he didn't really need.
Matt
he didn't
Damon phoned
really,
that shit in.
he didn't,
phoned that performance in.
he didn't need to have. I think he had a Scottish accent. I
No,
don't think he needed to
he
have
phoned
that.
that performance in like
Yeah,
a boss.
I don't think he needed that.
Do you know what? No, the thing that wasn't the whitewashing for me was the bungee. The bungee thing did not even make sense.
That
That
was
was the
awesome.
stupidest. It was just okay. The bungee thing. It's the,
What
they,
is
they,
the
they tie like they attach a cord
You
to
have to
women
watch this movie.
who have javelins.
I
Now
have to watch it.
they throw them over the edge of the wall so they can stab these demons, and then reel them up manually so they go down.
Basically got
reel
people,
back
people
up.
on bungee jumping down, they stabbing bad things and then bunging back up.
And the best part is later on.
It's
they,
so
they,
cool,
They,
it's
they,
so stupid
No,
at the
it's the
same time.
stupidest thing in the whole.
I think that's pretty cool. Actually.
It is cool, but
That's a
stupid.
unique idea that has not been done.
I'll take you back to Into the Badlands, right? I've just been watching, rewatching it, I guess, because I saw season 1 and season 2 and 3 came out. But I was having a conversation with someone, and it was like, you watch it, and to start with, they try and put this kind of this story together, where it's like it's post-apocalyptic, and there's barons, there's this and there's that. But you know what? All that aside, you watch this show because they take old school Hong Kong kind of wire martial arts, and they put it into this show, and it is brilliant. Like, you watch it just for the fights. You watch it just for the fight scenes. Yeah, it gets a little gory later on, but it's just entertainment for pure entertainment's sake. I think people have forgotten,
And that's what
that
movies should be.
people have forgotten that sometimes that's what you're watching is an action movie or an action show, or it doesn't need to have a deep story. It doesn't have to have fleshed out characters. Although this one kind of tries to build them up. It doesn't need that. You got to go in and know this is what I'm watching.
Entertainment.
I've gone in to watch the original Predator because it's a bunch of macho men that are going to try and fight the demon. It has nothing to do with I want to find my feminine side, or I want to protect this person, or I want. No, Schwarzenegger was trying to save himself. That's it. So when you try and build story and things around it, that's
if you
what
try
you
and
do.
cross-examine the old movies for that, yeah, you gotta.
I think the second they try and explain technology and try and rationalize it, it's when they lose you. Like in the Predator movie, if they start like explaining how the camouflage works,
Even the Star Wars
and stuff,
phenomenon.
that's when you start poking.
Even the Star Wars phenomenon. We've got to explain the Force, otherwise.
Actually, not even that.
That's when you just lose everyone. Yeah.
In Solo, what I didn't like is them trying to explain the
Kessel Run.
I'm like, no, just leave it. Just leave
The
it.
entire movie.
Yeah, I'm just like, no.
It's because it was a mistake at the beginning, and then they had to try and explain it. It was like, no, don't worry, it's
No,
a mistake.
no,
It's
no.
understandable. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but we have to.
No, but you know, like the Castle Run has been a discussion among geeks and nerds for centuries. So don't try to explain
It's
it.
It's also
easily
irrelevant.
justified because they could have still the way they did it in the show in the movie was right, and it still could have meant a distance thing as the shortest distance between two points. Fine, but they didn't need to make a whole movie.
I know, right?
I'm gonna watch that this week.
What I will say is this: Solo, after watching the shit that was The Last Jedi, Solo was actually not a really. It wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah,
it wasn't great. It's horrible.
What was right with it?
What was
I
it?
like
The Last Jedi is essentially
I'm sorry,
a
you like
movie.
it?
I kind of liked it.
Well,
There's nothing
It was so
redeeming
much
about
fun.
it.
Well, no, to be fair, I
Nothing
he might have been
redeeming.
slightly less whiny than Anakin from the sequels.
Do you know what? No, they actually made Anakin Skywalker tolerable.
Oh,
Kylo Ren is a worse character than.
I liked him.
Oh.
I thought it was really entertaining.
No, but I find that they didn't
Also, the guy
like
when
Kylo
when he
because.
was, the whole,
What, because he did that whole,
illusion
I wear my
that,
pants up to here?
Yeah,
Luke
and then he's
Yeah,
like
that
super
was-
wide.
No, there was a few moments that were good, but the problem is that the overall movie just wasn't like it wasn't even agendas and stuff. It was just not. Even if you take all that out, it just wasn't a good movie.
I liked it.
I saw this thing.
I thought that Finn was a waste in that movie. The whole thing.
Snoke was a waste.
Snoke? No, you know what? Let me not, like, I don't like tropes. Like, everyone expected Snoke to be the big bad of this whole thing. And so for him to go like that, I kind of appreciate when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, but it
That
still
you don't
has to be done
expect.
well.
But
yeah, exactly.
But
But
he, this big, huge
It's-
dude,
it's
just
not-
got capped like that.
No,
that was
it's
amazing.
It's not about how it was capped. It's the fact that you
Yeah.
built this mystery around who Snoke is.
Yeah,
and
and then you just got
refused.
Just ended like that.
refused to-
Sure.
refused to
That
bring it
did that did feel weird.
Yeah.
It's also
And I still feel like at the back of my head, there's a trick there. There's something. There's something. off
But
there.
for me, everything that they built up in Force Awakens, and everyone knew Force Awakens was kind of just a copy or a homage to New Hope. But they did it in such a way where they opened the door and said, look, we've laid a foundation, we've placated all the Star Wars fans that are gonna be pissed about another sequel because of the Phantom Menace trilogy being so bad. We've set this foundation where everyone's now kind of chilled. And then this guy, what's his name, Ryan Johnson, comes in, and basically it felt like his entire agenda was telling original. It's not even all her fault. It's him as well. He came out and basically said, all you Star Wars fans who grew up watching Star Wars, there was something wrong with what you were watching. There weren't enough female characters. There weren't enough this. There weren't enough that. And we have no problem with female characters. Princess Leia is one of the most iconic film roles of all time. Everyone knows who Princess Leia is. You don't need to announce that you're creating a female character and saying that this is supposed to be a role model. When Aliens came out, Ripley was not
Ripley.
sold as a role model. But if you think about Ripley, you're like, damn. You're like, damn, she's one of my favorites. Sarah Connor was not billed as a hero. She was put in a scenario And these days, you remember her. Now she's become an iconic role, but she was not sold as an iconic role.
But
She was not,
that's the.
they didn't advertise it and say we have a female protagonist.
But
Like,
no, that's-
she's gonna save the day.
But that's
And it's the fact that they're trying to force this idea down before the movie comes out. If Rey had some sort of nuance to her, if she had some sort of character that you could get behind, fine. But she was boring.
No, she was just a Mary Sue.
She was boring.
With Rey,
No,
with Rey, what I liked about Rey is she seems like a cross between a Jedi and a smuggler. Like she was like half Han Solo, half Jedi.
Yeah, but the
was
biggest
always
problem,
good.
the biggest problem for
She
her is
suffered.
Which I thought
She
was
suffered no
she,
setbacks.
yeah, she was a Mary Sue. She literally was a Mary
Yeah,
Sue. She's a
she was.
very
Like,
different.
I had more problems with Force Awakens than I did with Last Jedi.
No, but the problem with the Last Jedi is I think a lot of also people hated the butchering of Luke.
Oh yeah, completely.
Not just
But
as a
this is
character.
what I mean. But
Not
this is
just
what
as
I
a
mean when they
like-
say that they told you that everything that you knew from original trilogy was wrong.
Was
Luke
wrong.
Skywalker beat Darth Vader, who, from the extended trilogy or whatever it is, we know was supposed to be the most powerful, powerful Jedi of all
But not in
time,
terms
or
of
Force
strength. Not
user
just
of
in
all
terms of
time.
strength. Not-
Rey comes in, swings her little lightsaber
Yeah,
at a rock 3 times, and she beats
beats
Luke.
Luke.
Come on.
But it's not even just that. Even stuff to do with his character in general. Like he beat like Vader, but he didn't try to kill Vader.
No, he refused
And
to.
then we have this thing where he tried to kill Kylo.
Who's a little kid.
Who's a little
Was a
kid.
little
Was supposed
kid.
to believe that Luke has suddenly turned into this like I've got to do these things because reasons. No, no.
That's exactly the problem.
You guys
Yeah.
are totally ruining the movie.
Sorry.
Sorry.
My apologies.
Anyway, we're gonna take a short break and then we're gonna come back. Please add here
Why are we going to short break?
because time is
Run out?
running out.
Actually, you know what? Have you stopped it?
Actually, I'm recording again because that was like 40 minutes. So now.
No, that's fine. So I was gonna say we said this is the spot where any potential sponsors might get a mention.
It's
Red
recording.
Bull.
Red Bull.
Actually, I'm enjoying my Mirinda.
Sips Monster.
Monster?
I've got
Actually,
it.
Monster's quite good. Red Bull.
And mine's
Red
glass.
I've got Kenny.
I am sponsoring glass.
Water.
Glassware.
Wow.
Just throwing it out there.
Yes, for any potential sponsors.
I think they should have gone with the Jaina Solo. So much.
No,
they had so much literature to work with.
No, they should have gone with Knights of the Old Republic, which is far better than the prequels,
But that
far better
goes-
than the sequels.
but
The
that goes
storylines
back
are
in
so much
time.
better.
That goes back in time.
I'm sorry, but everything that you guys like about Luke, sorry, but Revan and Co. do it better.
But those came
Traya
out
do
after.
it better.
They came out after. So
Vader,
you're talking about
Vader and Palpatine have nothing on
inspiration.
Traya, or Nihilus, or Cyan.
Right.
Boom.
So,
No way.
because this conversation could literally go on for
Forever.
yeah, the whole day.
Are we back?
Yes,
Yeah,
we are.
this is
We were
actually
back a while
something
ago.
that Sana might like because she is. Shall I tell them what you
Anthony
do?
Bourdain?
Shall I tell them what you do?
Yes, please.
Okay, so she's the managing editor at Yummy Magazine.
Yummy.
Yummy.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. That's
This is so cool.
Is that your theme song though?
So,
We
what is
need
Anthony
a theme song.
Bourdain? So there is an Anthony Bourdain graphic novel out.
Tales of Fear and Food from Around the World.
I don't know why every time I hear
How do we
graphic
do?
novel I think of bad stuff.
Well, that's because of the
That's-
graphic bit.
I believe that's because your mind is dirty and you play that.
I've watched a lot of that book, I think.
You
Wow.
so
Anthony Bourdain seems determined to scare the shit out of his
customs.
fans.
What are we doing?
I love Anthony Bourdain.
And it's actually so relevant
He's
right
fine.
now.
Anthony Bourdain, the reason he's so, or he became so popular, I think, is because he didn't sugarcoat everything. He wasn't like every dish he ate. You were saying this when we were watching the Food Network.
Oh, please, Guy, because when you're watching, we were watching Guy Fieri.
Diners, drive-ins, and
Diners, and the biggest problem for
That
me,
show.
I just don't
Okay,
like
I'll get
how
recipe ideas.
everything he eats, it's the most amazing thing he's ever eaten in his life, and you're like, it
That is
can't
not possible.
possibly be. You
Yeah.
can just, like, there must be something you go, what are you putting in the octopus? What? It's chicken. What are you doing? Like,
You have your.
I
I
can't
think
watch
I'm gonna make sure we find a way to. Like,
I'm opening it right
yes,
now.
please do, because I think this is so relevant for Yummy Maggie.
Wow.
Yummy,
Is
yummy.
everybody just plugging in things like that?
Yeah.
Geeks
Geeks
Speak on
Speak,
Thursday. for 7 p.m.
Spoilers and Fandom podcast every 2 weeks.
And gameplay.
Did we forget to mention that we're shooting at Between the Lines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're shooting at Between the Lines at the Village Market. By the way, Village Market, if you want to sponsor this as well.
Overcast.
Oh yes. Could you pitch this to Village Market?
I think I will. Because I think we can discuss stuff that happens in Village as well.
iTunes.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's
Actually,
actually a graphic novel.
It's a
I don't remember all of
like
those.
comics
Yeah.
and
Dude,
stuff.
like it's an actual comic.
Yeah.
Yo.
Look at that. It's an actual
It's an
comic.
actual
it's not
comic
like a,
book.
It's not like a book.
I do like book books.
Yeah, but this is like a
But when you say
What the hell? What the hell is?
wait, what?
It's supposed to scare the shit out of you. Maybe we'll.
What is he
Kind of like
eating
maybe
that
you
he
won't want to
like,
eat anymore.
throws up
like,
blood?
I don't know
Throws
what
up blood.
It might have been the blood that he drank in Vietnam.
Oh, have you guys read Chew?
Wait, what?
There's this comic book.
Oh,
called
Chew,
Chew.
yeah.
It's like
I thought I was talking about chicken.
Well, this is recording. So
Now I am
this is-
recording about you guys talking about
Welcome
chicken
to the
penis.
show that talks
Do you
about
need to,
I believe it's
you
only looking for
Yes,
the
I-
eye.
Yes, I do need to clap to sync, and in 3, 2, 1. Ow!
You don't have to keep hurting yourself. I think you should get one of those snappy things.
They're expensive for no reason.
So you just go down the road, get up 2 pieces of wood and a
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Or I just get this guy
Get
to
someone else to do it.
do it, yeah. Like this guy. He's got big hands.
You know what I'm saying?
Guys with big hands.
Laugh louder. Yeah.
Right, so
Oh, okay.
Guys, come on.
R2D2, R2D2 has a third leg apparently.
It
And
looks like chicken.
I feel like we should start a bit more civilized.
he does have a third leg though. We're not starting, this is the end of the show.
yeah.
We're getting there. These guys are welding and it's fucking...
It looks like
It looks like the end
No,
of
no,
the
no,
Last
no.
Jedi.
thunder
No,
and
it's
lightning.
It looks like the end of the Last Jedi.
That was the special effects. It was just a bunch of guys welding above them. They're like, sparks.
This
sparks.
bowl keeps on getting in my face.
Can you not flash
build
it?
us what she said.
My God.
Are
The
you-
bowl
are you-
getting in your face.
Are you
Oh,
gonna
the
add?
bowl.
Are you gonna add post editing lens flare to make
He
it look
keeps
more
getting the pole in his face.
like Abrams?
And TIE Fighter sound effects.
Right, so where were we? We were talking about Anthony Bourdain, weren't we?
Yeah, we were talking about this.
I like that dude because he didn't sugarcoat anything.
Your mom was so dumb. She went to Hong Kong. Was it? She went to China to get TIE fighter made.
He's adorable.
Because it's a TIE fighter.
I think you're the only person in the world that has that opinion.
I just met him.
Oh.
Brothers.
Wait a minute.
I hate cooking shows.
You hate? They're great.
You
Well,
know
that
why?
makes you
You learn
hungry.
stuff.
No,
No,
yeah,
no,
because
you-
you never know, because you can't tell from the TV if it actually, like how it tastes.
I'm waiting for
Because
Scratch and
that's
Sniff
really-
TV.
It makes me very hungry. That's why I don't
Yeah.
watch them. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
like,
sorry. Are we
this-
talking
I
about
used to
Scratch
watch
and Sniff? Oh,
Wait, but
that-
don't you?
Oh, right.
shows.
Somebody
No,
did
so I
Scratch
used to
and
watch
Sniff.
Kitchen Nightmares when I was in Australia, and I'd watch it late at night.
Yeah.
You're talking like midnight, 1 o'clock.
It's worse.
Yeah, and I'd be like, shit. I'd call my friend up and like, dude, let's go shopping. I need to go and I need to make this because the chefs on Kitchen Nightmares are so bad.
Wow.
You'd be like, I can make that right.
Let's
Oh.
not,
It was
let's
like
not talk about like
Australia
Grindstone
and
and
MasterChef.
MasterChef.
With the kids doing all this stuff. Like they had a kids version as well.
Yeah, everyone likes that.
And then, but like every time I'm like, you know, we can't taste this food. And the judges, I have no confidence in the judges.
They don't, yeah.
So I can't
Their
taste it
reactions are always
myself.
the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so just as a benchmark, I'm the one that cooks at home. He has no kind of cooking skills whatsoever. He can follow a recipe, and it's great. Now we started watching MasterChef
You
Australia.
haven't killed anyone yet.
Haven't killed anyone yet.
Yes, is the key. Is the operative
We were
word.
watching
I have
MasterChef
never
Australia, and because we started watching MasterChef UK way back, and it was amazing. Show. It was great. So we tried watching MasterChef Australia. 63 episodes of just too much drama.
Do you know?
It's just
Do you know what's worse? It's not even just the drama. Okay, you get the drama. At the end, MasterChef UK, you get really quality chefs by the end. Even if they suck at the beginning, they will be trained and they'll be good at the end. The guys at the end of MasterChef Australia are as good or worse as the people who start MasterChef UK, and that's what annoys me. The guy in the one we watched, he couldn't batter or finish. The batter
Yeah,
fell off in the finals. The last two of them. I mean,
He actually, like, literally there were two. Have you seen the season? Okay, spoiler alert for MasterChef
Oh, yeah,
season
yes.
10 or whatever. MasterChef Australia season 10.
Season 10?
Yeah. 62 episodes, 63 episodes per season.
That's
Okay.
insane.
That is
as
the
in-
way they stretch this
as in
thing
they
out.
will get rid of a
And
person every week.
there has not been a
One.
single episode where people aren't messing up something. Or it's not drama, or we really got a motor. Or whatever, like there's just always this dialogue in the background where it's so dramatic. The person who cuts MasterChef Australia, by the way, needs to make action movies. I swear to God, he's one of the best I've seen
Action directors.
at creating this tension and drama
It was-
out of nothing.
It was really
Like
good.
just the cuts and everything, you're like, what?
Whoa.
What? I'm just expecting like an explosion to go off. And you actually do get the explosion because like when they cut to ads, it's like MasterChef. It's entertaining to that extent. So once you forget that it's a cooking show and you watch it for the drama,
You enjoy it.
that's fine. No, you still do.
Okay,
sorry.
It depends. Like
The best
if you enjoy
cooking
the
show.
cook, if you want to watch for the cooking, you're not just don't bother.
The best cooking show is an anime.
Oh,
which
I was
one?
talking about
Okay,
Shingeki no Sama.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
That is no. Let's be honest.
It's food wars.
That is genuinely no. That is food porn. That is essentially food porn.
Yes, it is.
It's food porn.
But what they do is like you're watching, like the way they make up for the lack of taste. They make the food look so good, and it's animated, right?
Yes.
So like, there's like all this like reflections on like a piece of tomato or like corn. And then they
But
go
that
to
no,
such
no.
detail.
That's not what defines it though. It's when they're
And when they
judging-
try it,
when they're
they
judging-
really like over exaggerate the flavors to the
When-
point where
we're
where
not
they're
talking.
naked and
Yeah, we're talking their clothes rip off. Basically,
Yes.
I'm in
So food porn,
Yes,
basically.
exactly.
Oh, now I get.
It's so good
Well,
though.
can I ask my question now? The Venom question?
Yeah.
Apparently we
Yes.
eased
Yeah,
it in for you.
Sorry, I just didn't remember. So, Mike, who's watched the movie?
I
You guys
have.
have watched it?
These two.
I'm not sure.
But it's-
Wait, none of you have.
I have.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so my question was, you know how Venom starts liking the same girl Eddie Brock likes? Like he starts flirting and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And they have that moment where I think they kiss. Venom, and I'm like, I don't get it. So now that he's stuck in the... Spoiler alert, you guys okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now that he's
yeah,
stuck
I
in
see
the...
what
When they're
this is.
actually like having sex and stuff like that, how does that work?
Well, see, the Venom penis jumps in once in a while.
I have so many
Because
questions.
It's a threesome. Just
It's a- yeah, it's a
Even
threesome.
kissing Venom is
Is it though?
like oh god.
What puts you?
No, because it's bonded.
Which part puts you off? Is it the lips, the teeth, or the tongue?
I'm gonna say all three.
No, I had a
I don't know how
I
to
had
break
a
this to you.
chick.
You ever had a tentacle one?
Wait,
Because
what?
that's
No, I
basically-
had a chick friend who actually said she does not mind that tongue.
Well, yeah, for certain things, sure. But
Oh wait, you agree?
my point
Okay.
is-
Okay, I think
don't-
most women would agree.
No, but my point is, if Venom is still inside Eddie, and like she doesn't know,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
That's still like a threesome, right?
It's a
Like,
threesome.
it's weird, and
Like
and
a
you can tell
tentacle
that
will come out of
Venom is
it.
like, oh, we like her. Like you know, he's like he actually really likes her. It's awkward, right? It's like really weird.
I'm not
But
sure.
Venom was
Wait,
at some
hold on.
point.
See,
I'm not
Venom's like
sure.
a
I'll be honest.
parasite.
Do you guys
I'll be
feel the
honest.
same
No,
way?
but I'm just. Is that your question? Like, do you feel the
So
same
you're
way?
against interspecies?
Because Venom was hurt at one point.
Venom.
That's another thing.
Yeah, because Venom was hurt at some point.
Yeah,
but
but
like,
he's
yes, and then-
basically a parasite.
He is a parasite. Well,
Yeah.
he's
Part
a
of
symbiote. He's a
their-
parasite.
Yeah,
He's very
he's-
much a parasite.
Part
He's
of
a
their
parasite.
relationship and all that.
No, his thing is just he attaches to the body and becomes part of that person,
Yeah.
whoever he's attached to. So rather than thinking of him as a separate entity, even though he has his own mind, he's more like
Because the commentary
Attached to
was
whatever.
insane.
I feel like
her.
I feel like he's not a symbiote though.
What?
The
I feel like he's not a symbiote.
Like no, it's symbiotic relationship, but I don't think he's a parasite because he wouldn't die if the host dies.
No, but he needs.
He would die. He would die
yeah.
if the host dies if he didn't find another host.
Yeah.
Fast enough.
He needs.
But he can,
needs a
as
host.
opposed to parasite, which normally would die if he loses the host.
No, same with the parasite. Parasite needs to
move
find
on.
another host before X amount of time
Yeah.
passes.
Yeah.
Also, that villain was what's the name of the Indian guy? Is he?
It's
Why is the
symbiotic.
Indian guy always the villain?
Yeah, I think he's very small. I don't know why they picked.
Wait,
him.
what do you
Says things
wait,
about
wait,
you
wait,
people.
wait, wait. What do you mean the Indian guy's always?
To be
the
fair,
Indian guy's
the
always.
Indian guy in Temple of Doom was the
Yeah, he's
only reason.
Or what's
that
his
Temple
name?
of Doom in their
Ba-
Star Fire.
What's the name of the guy from Temple? Bapinder.
Oh, the
Bapinda.
cat
Bapinder.
driver.
Bapinder.
That
But
guy
again,
was-
even he
He
turned
cleans toilets,
into.
man.
Dude,
He
are you
turned
kidding
into a
me?
psycho.
By the end of it, he
He
was a
killed up
complete
the boy.
psychopath.
He's
No, whoa,
awesome,
whoa, whoa.
man.
He's not a
I love
psycho.
that guy, yeah.
He's
I love
just
that guy.
manipulative in his actions.
Wow.
But again,
Wow.
again,
Sure,
talking
sure,
about
sure,
Give
sure.
our people a bit of
He's-
room.
he's
where
pretty-
they-
Something
they-
racist.
Much of
Something
proof as
Yeah.
well, right?
Right?
Like, yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
but guys, I think we should start wrapping up before
Yeah.
it becomes like a 2-hour video.
Yeah, sure.
Just give me stuff to cut.
You
No,
can make this episode too.
no,
Okay.
Well,
no.
I think we're good with that. We'll continue. We'll put a pin in that. If you come next week, then we will continue the Venom sex conversation.
Yeah, I feel like
I mean,
I
I
will
think
get
I do
great-
need I do
great
need an
coaching
anime
points.
for
It
Venom
is-
right now with tentacles.
I just told him not to mention tentacle porn, and you're bringing up tentacle porn.
Yes.
There is a thing called tentacle porn.
you're
So
teaching me so much.
Hentai.
hentai.
Hentai. Go watch hentai.
Don't.
Just go watch hentai. Don't listen.
What you need to do is go on to.
Although there is a
and don't
really,
use
really good
incognito,
one
but
called
everyone knows
It's
what
the
you're
story.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's the
Go-
storyline that is so good.
I love that you're giving recommendations now.
No.
The storyline,
It's
it
not.
will- I actually watched for the story.
It's crap.
Oh,
Genuinely.
It's crap.
Come on,
It's
man.
crap. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Come
yeah.
Sacrifice to Satan.
I don't know.
What is that anime?
Sure,
What's
man.
that
Sure,
anime
sure.
on Netflix where he goes back in time?
Steins
Revival.
Gate.
He likes.
No, not Steins Gate.
It's called Revival.
It's-
Like he does go. He
It's
goes
the one
back
where he
to
goes
revival.
back into his own past. I can't remember what
It's
it's
not
called.
Escape.
I haven't
It's
watched it
called
yet.
Asian.
Oh God.
Okay, well, someone will tell us on the
Someone
comment
will tell us.
section.
in the
Anyway, I
comment
watched
section.
that and it was amazing. But I forgot the name. I think it should be called Revival. I don't know why it wasn't called.
Revival is a comic about zombies.
Also, maybe that's what
Also,
it's
shout
called.
out to Steins
Okay,
Gate.
so one of the few comics
Phenomenal.
about zombies then.
It's
Oh, there
different
are
though.
many?
It's different.
There's not many.
Also,
We
everyone
have a
get excited
spoilers
for
and
Code
fandom
Geass.
episode talking about that one.
Yeah, so excited.
Okay.
Wait, you watch
Watch
anime?
it. Watch.
No, I'm excited about
No,
Road
watch
to
Code
Murakami's
Geass.
new book.
Watch Code
And you can get
Geass.
here.
It's phenomenal.
See,
The
thank you.
plug.
I'm sorry. What? What blood?
Yo, guys, we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah.
We're never gonna finish.
Yeah, we're actually we've had a bunch of customers come in and go, "What are you people
What
doing?"
are you people doing? We need to buy comic books.
I know, right? They were like, "What?"
Yeah, how
This is
dare
not-
they
this
judge
is no
us when we
place
judge
to
each
be.
other
How
already?
dare you? Anyway, guys, this has been WompRantz. Thank you for watching.
Is it?
This is episode 2. Yes, it's WompRantz.
WompRantz.
I still stick by pants recorded with
Everyone is so confused as to why none of us are wearing pants.
What?
What's happening?
Huh? Yeah, anyway, I'm John. He's a
Sana.
Suj. Zayn. This has been Short Art Between the Lines of the Village Market. Thank you for watching. See you on episode 3. Leave your comments below if you liked it. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe.
And watch Geeks Speak.
And listen to Geeks Speak
Listen
every
to and watch.
Thursday.
Spoilers and fandom.
Oh, for the
And
God's sake,
spoilers.
guys.
And read Yummy
Yeah.
And read
Magazine.
Yummy
Guys,
Magazine.
shameless plugging, please.
Shameless plugins.
Shameless.
Yes, Thursdays 4 to 7 p.m. at radioasylum.com.
Nice.
And
Oh, read Yummy Magazine.
Read Yummy Magazine.
Spoilers and fandom is on iTunes and basically all podcasting apps except Google Podcasts.
Alright.
that was intense.
That was it. Okay.
Yay. We're done.
Thanks for having me, guys.